first of all, it's been an honor to coach these two, and we're not finished yet. There's still basketball left to be played, but really, really proud of what we saw from these two seniors and our team the second half. Obviously, the first half was not what it needed to be. Offensively, you can't go 4 of 25 and stay in a basketball game. So we dug ourselves a huge hole, but I thought we finally figured some things out that second half, especially on the offensive end. Then we started defending, we started getting stops, and outside of the 10-2 run out of halftime, we outscored them 15 in the second half. But I can live with that fight, that togetherness, that connection that you saw from our team in the second half, and that's who we are. Perspective, this is a great day for a little bit of perspective, with it being senior day, with it being honoring our cancer survivors, and right now I think perspective is really, really important. This is a basketball team that's won 17 games. We've hit a really tough stretch. We have lost to 4 teams, 4 of the top teams in our league. And we have played 2 of those twice and got 2 of them again next week. So, our schedule hadn't done us any favors, but at the same time, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. But we are back. We have fought with the top teams, and I think what's most frustrating is how we've played the last week and a half. And I think we've been our biggest enemy, not our opponent, but our biggest enemy. We have let this adversity, we've let this tough stretch get in our heads, make us lose our confidence, and make us a little fragile. But what I saw from this team in the second half, we're going to bottle that, and we're going to take that. I also learned some things from our team, some things we need to do. Our post, we got it. We've been trying to get it into our post, but we did a great job in the second half of going into our post, and our post finishing every single. They were Anacia and Kinsey were huge, and the movement that you saw in that second half, I am really encouraged by the fight and togetherness that we saw.
Questions? Well, other than some of the stuff you talked about, is there anything technically you can point out to the scoring, on offense, just being a little bit lower than it used to be?
Well, we've been struggling offensively for the last couple games, and offense is all about confidence. It's all about being able to step up and be confident. And when we haven't been doing a great job defending, we're trying to get back to that. That was our bread and butter early in the season, and so we're trying to get back to being able to get stops. And I really thought our kids came out and did a really nice job of that early on. We started the game, I think, 0 for 7 or 0 for 9, and with where we've been the last few weeks, then it becomes mental. We were literally 4 of 25. We made 4 baskets in the first half. That's deflating. It's absolutely deflating. And then you start getting stagnant. You start, just standing and watching. We started turning the ball over, and that's where it just all went downhill. But we grew. We made some adjustments in the second half. I thought our spacing was good. I thought our movement was good, and it all started with our anchors in the paint. And Kinsey and Anacia, really just energized us. And then I thought we got some kids on the floor that played with great energy, and that really played together. And that's the thing about this game. You can have 5 great players out there, but you got to have 5 people battling together. And I thought every person that touched that floor during that run really battled together. And so that's a great lesson for us moving forward, how we got to attack this last week of the regular season and let that momentum carry us into Evansville.
I was going to ask, Akia, you go through that senior day moment, kind of see the little montage on the video board. Just what was that moment like, just kind of internally, as you're kind of seeing all that, knowing that at least this chapter of your career is coming to the floor?
It's kind of emotional, but I told Coach I wouldn't cry. But it's just great to look back and just see how much fun I was having with my teammates and my coaches, and it was just fun to see that.
And let me say this about these two, okay? We have one rule in our program, and that's leave it better than you found it. And there is no question these two are leaving this program better than they found it. And they're not finished yet, okay? I think we can really make a run at this thing, and I'm not just saying that. We've got the team to do that. I just got to make sure as a coach we're putting them in the positions to do that. But I think we're going to get back to being locked into that. But these guys have come in when they got here. This program looks a lot different than when they got here. Starting with last year's 20-plus win season. You know, again, we've already won 17 games. We've won 10 games in the conference. Now, you know, we were just, when we first got here, we were just hoping to get to the tournament. Now that's an expectation. So they have changed this program and helped put this program back, you know, in a championship hunt. And if I'm correct, I believe Akia moved into number 6 today on the all-time assists chart. I mean, just such a phenomenal point guard and so unselfish. And Anacia broke the blocks record for a season, you know, and so just she did that. She shattered that early in the first quarter. I think she lacked 5, and I think she got most of those in that first quarter. So, you know, you can't say enough. And the adversity that they've been through as well. You know, Akia with her blood clot after her freshman year, Anacia with what she's battled through just to be on the floor. I think the thing that stands out about both of them most, outside of what good basketball players they are, is their character. And it has been a privilege and an honor to coach them. And I'm excited for the week ahead. I'm excited for 2 weeks ahead, going to the conference tournament and going to battle with these guys, because they have led our team and made our team and made our program back to having the opportunity to compete for championships.
You say, you know, they made it better. You know, this is your 4th year, if I read it right. So you would have been here. You would have came in with this group. So how has this group, you and those 2, obviously the other players, how have you all collectively done your parts?
Yeah. Well, Anacia, we inherited. I always want to give Coach Davis and his staff credit, because we were fortunate enough that Anacia was already here as a redshirt, and Akia came in with the signing class. She had already signed with Coach Davis and their staff. So very, very thankful and appreciative to them for leaving us with these 2. You know, but from number one, from a culture standpoint, you know, from how we go about our business every day on and off the court, there's a level of excellence that these 2 young women set the tone with, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in the community, whether it's in the weight room, whether it's in the locker room. You know, I trust them, and I know that they are going to represent our program with class and with dignity. And I think when you come and you watch them play, you know, that they're inspiring to not only their teammates but to this community. And you know, our first 2 years were a struggle here. You know, I believe we won 10 games our first year, 7 games their sophomore year, and then in our 3rd year had a breakthrough year last year with our first postseason win, you know, winning 22 games. And these guys have played a huge part in that, whether it be with their production on the floor or whether it be with their leadership and their example off the floor. They have helped us really create a championship culture. We haven't won a championship yet, but you got to act like a champion before you win one. And I think these guys are doing that on a daily basis.
Anacia, the block record today, how much does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I told myself before this game, I was like, I gotta go get it. My family came in town, and I was like, I have to break it while they're here. So that was my goal. And there's plenty more basketball to play, so I have more blocks to come.
You think you do it all that in 1 quarter?
No, I didn't think so.
All right, you guys got anything else?
Hey, let me say this about it was also our Play for K Day, which is a very, very special day. So I want to make sure we make note of that. We honored cancer survivors, also those that are still battling, waging their battle with cancer, as well as those that have passed on. And so this day means a lot to us. We had several of those cancer survivors here with us this morning, one of them being a 5-year-old young man, S.J. Fales, who will also be recognized at halftime. And, you know, to see a 5-year-old walk in with a smile on his face and high-fiving and, you know, and giving knuckles to everybody in here, what an inspiration, you know. And while we're going through some adversity right now as a team, we know that everything happens, you know, for a reason. And we also know that our battle is very, very small compared to what these men and women are fighting each and every day. And so, you know, we feel honored to be able to take part in that today and have a Play for K Day and to recognize those special people and those special families.
All right, thank you.